everyone be attentive? Now, understand what is the meaning of goodwill and what are we going to study in this chapter. Goodwill we understood in the last chapter that you can divide it in two parts, good and will. Will means reputation. So goodwill means the monetary value of good reputation of your business is called goodwill. Okay. Now, meaning of goodwill we already know, and it is an intangible asset. That also we already know. What are we going to understand in this chapter? Understand this. Suppose we intend to sell our business, IOCU will, to Vijay. Means from tomorrow he will be teaching accounts and stats over here. Best of luck everyone. Now, here we need to find out if he wishes to purchase our business, how much should we charge from him. Suppose all the 10 locations etc. we have assets of 2 crores, not suppose we have assets of 2 crores. Okay. Various branches, some of the properties are owned, some of them are rented, but still the assets include everything, air conditioners, benches, furniture, everything. So roughly around 2 crores are our wealth, properties, assets. We also have liabilities of 80 lakhs. To get that 2 crores of properties, we have borrowed loans, etc., which are repaid to some extent they are pending. We also have liabilities of 80 lakhs. Means, against 2 crores of assets, our liabilities are 80 lakhs. Ideally, what should I charge from Divyajit? Ideally, what should I charge from Divyajit for my business? Yes? Renuka? 1 crore 20 lakhs. Because our investment is only 1 crore 20 lakhs. If he takes over our business, he'll get assets of 2 crores, but on our behalf, he will also have to pay the loans, etc. of 80 lakhs. So the wealth which he will get from our business is 1.2 crores. But instead of 1.2 crores, I ask from him 2.2 crores. Total assets were only 2 crores, but I ask from him 2.2 crores. How much more? 1 crore more. Okay. Now why 1 crore more? They are running the business for the last 17, 18 years. It is a strength of 2,000 students in Baroda. If he takes over our business, then from the very next year or the very moment he takes it over, he directly has a strength of 2,000 students. He doesn't have to establish this business. Therefore, instead of 1.2 crores, we will charge 2.2 crores. Why we charge 1 crore extra for our goodwill, for our reputation which we have created in the last 17 years. But there should be some basis. Straight away I ask him, instead of 1.2 crores, you give me 2.2 crores. The instant first reaction of a human being would be, go and see your face in the mirror. Go and see your face in the mirror, 2.2 crores. What are you asking for? 1.2 crores are only your assets. I have to provide him some logical base and reasoning. Why I say that my reputation is 1 crore. And who will decide the reputation? He'll say, how can you decide your reputation is 1 crore? People will decide the reputation. So I have to derive some logical base, logical reasoning. Why I ask 1 crore for the goodwill? That logical base and reasoning you are going to understand in this chapter. How to find the value of your goodwill. 1 crore, 30 lakhs, 20 lakhs, whatever it is. The methods of finding the value of goodwill we are going to understand in this chapter. Is everyone clear with that? Broadly, there are 4 methods. Okay, so what is this chapter about? Is the methods of valuation of goodwill. Methods of valuation of goodwill. And 4 methods we are going to study in detail in this chapter. One is simple average profits method. Okay, one is simple average profits method. Second is weighted average profits method. These both are average profits method, but within average there are two categories. One is simple average, the other is weighted average. Okay. Third one is super profits method. Fourth one is
capitalization of profit method.
Capitalization of profits method, which again we have it two types. One is capitalization of average profits method, which again we have of two types. Capitalization of simple average profits, capitalization of weighted average. As I said, average is again of two kinds, simple and weighted. But you simply remember capitalization of average profits method. And second is capitalization of super profits method. So broadly there are two methods, average profits method and super profits. Within average, two types we can obtain the average, simple average or weighted. Capitalization is also of two types, capitalization of average profits or super profits. Within average, either it could be simple average or weighted average. That we'll see which one to be used when. Okay. By the way, the answer of both these methods will always come same. Answer of both the capitalization profits method will always come same. Whether you do capitalization of average profits or you do capitalization of super profits. One place you catch the nose this way, another place you catch the nose this way. Finally you are catching the nose only. Finally you are catching the nose only. So final answer, final result outcome of both of the methods is going to be same. That we'll see in detail when we understand those methods. Understood that? Note it down. It's a very simple and scoring chapter. Maximum 2 to 3 days will be over. By Wednesday we shall finish with this chapter. This Saturday you'll have the test of it also.
Sir, today we
Yes.
had unit test of statistics.
How was it?
It was very easy.
Very
Easy.
easy.
Just it in the sums which were asked GK.
Index number. Which chapters you had in the test?
First.
Only units question that you not ask it only. No units conversion. The complicated points are not asked, only conversion of fixed base to chain base is not asked. Very good. All of which took full marks. Yes. Guess what is still writing this? Now, other than the page where you are writing this, two more sides will be required for all the 4 methods formulas. Right now you have to continue there only. First one we take up. But total, other than this side, 2 more, total 3 sides in the beginning you have to leave it and okay? Anyway, in the continuation of first, today we'll take up with simple. Today we'll finish these 2 methods. Simple and weighted. Tomorrow we'll finish rest 2 and day after tomorrow MCQs and one-line answers etc. So, that was the first one. Simple. Now silence. Simple average method. steps are to be applied to find it. First, simple average profits this is simply arithmetic mean, X bar. How we used to find X bar? Sigma here is total, X here is profits, and N here is number of years. See that? Sigma X upon N. Simple arithmetic mean. Okay, simple average profits means simple arithmetic mean. Sigma X upon N. Any confusion in that?
No, sir.
Thereafter, goodwill will be equal to average profits what you obtained. The simple average profits multiplied by number of years purchase. Over in your schools? Yes. So what is number of years purchase? Raise your hand.
I just copied.
What is number of years purchase? Silence everyone! Renuga.
I'm not sure what number of years used.
What used?
That set.
No. Anyone else? Ruth? But in the value I'm asking the meaning. It can be 3, 4, 5, anything. It can be 20 also. Yes, be attentive. Anyone else who wants to try with it? See, number of years purchase means the number of years it would take you to reach to that level if you start the business today. Means if I am charging 1 crore from Vijay, suppose my average annual profits are coming to 20 lakhs, and I tell him that if you start the business today, then you will take at least 5 years to reach to a level where you would gather 2,000 students. So you are directly jumping 5 years ahead by purchasing my business. By taking up my business, you directly have a jump of 5 years ahead. Otherwise, if you start a new business today, no IOC you will. Divyajit you will. Divyajit will. Devil. Devil. He starts a new business of devil classes. So that devil will require 5 years to reach to this position. By purchasing our business, he saves those 5 years. Directly he goes to 5 years ahead. That is called number of years purchased. That's why I am charging 1 crore. Because yearly you are earning a profit of 20 lakhs. And 5 years benefit you are directly giving to him. So 20 lakhs into 5 years I am charging him 1 crore because I save his 5 years of efforts. Understood that? So it shows the number of years it would take to you to reach to this level where the business has already reached. Understood this portion? Any confusions? Let us solve the questions. Now in this chapter, it's a very simple chapter. Nothing like one I'll solve, second you will explain, third you will tell you. One I'll explain, second tell you. It's a very simple chapter. So one I'll explain on the board, second you must be able to tell you. So look at exercise 3. What's this? Maintaining discipline. Page 105, question 5. Page 105, question 5. Yes. Total 3 sides, including what you have done from the starting. For the formulas, total 3 sides, including the page you have already used. Okay? Now, be attentive. Question 5. Mahendra and Praveen are partners of a firm sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 3:2. They want to change their profit and loss sharing ratio to 1:1. Be attentive. They are giving you a reason why they are finding the value of goodwill. Like I gave you a reason that I am finding the value of goodwill because we are selling our business to Vijay. In a partnership firm, even without selling the business, you may find the goodwill. Earlier, they were sharing the profits in the ratio of 3:2, which was old ratio. Now, in future, they will share the profits in the ratio of 1:1, which is the new ratio. So, both the partners will say, let us find the goodwill. Because in future, everything will get distributed in 1:1 ratio. Let us find the goodwill and distribute that in the ratio of 3:2 right now. So this is just a reason why they are finding the goodwill, because the profit ratio is changing. So normally you find goodwill in some situation. Here the situation for finding the goodwill is profit ratio is changing. Anyway, no relevance in our answer. Therefore, they are changing the ratio. Therefore, they decided to make valuation of goodwill. As per partnership agreement, value of goodwill is to be determined on the basis of 5 years purchase. Be careful, number of years purchase is 5. Of last 4 years average profit, this is this. Last 4 years average profit means when you find the average profits, you divide by 4 years. So read the question carefully. Wherever years are given, don't take it directly as years purchase. See below data, how many years information is given?
4.
So that 4 years average we have to do. But number of years purchase is
5.
Understood that? So first we will have to find this average profits. Make 2 columns, years and profits, and write the figures. You can see one in bracket in between 20,000 is a loss. In accounts, negative figures are denoted in bracket. So bracket means it's a loss. Years 2013 to 14 till 16 to 17. Profits 60,000, 80,000 minus 20,000 and 30,000. Total will be required. We need the total profits. All of you cross check. Do you get 1,50,000 or not?
Yes.
Okay. 60 plus 80, 140 minus 20, 120 plus 30, 150. 1,50,000 is the total profits. Raise your hand who is still writing up till here. Completed. Now first we'll find average profits. Write down. Average profits is equal to total profits divided by number of years. Okay. Total profits is 1,50,000. Any confusion in that? There are 4 years, so 37,500. 1,50,000 divided by 4, 37,500. Raise your hand who did not understand this. Okay. Total profits 1,50,000 divided by number of years, 437,500. Now we'll apply this formula of goodwill. So goodwill is equal to average profits multiplied by number of years purchase. Okay. See, in the question I made you underline. How many years purchase?
5.
So average profits we got 37,500 here. Average profits 37,500 into 5 years purchase.
1,87,500.
1,87,500 is the value of goodwill. Understood this portion, everyone? Anyone having any doubt in it? Look at question 4 I am discussing, you will solve it on your own. Raise your hand who is still doing this. All are completed? From the following information of Bhavesh and Vipul's firm, compute the value of goodwill on the basis of and in 4 years purchase of last 5 years average profit. Be careful. How many years purchase?
4 years.
Here you will multiply with 4. But you have to find average of last
5 years.
So when you divide by number of years, you will divide by 5. Information of last 5 years profit is as. Solve it on your own. Not more than 5 minutes, okay? They are more than sufficient in fact. 2-3 minutes are sufficient. What the answer?
Yes.
Does it match with the back? What is the answer? 5,92,000. Who all are still finding it? All have got 5,92,000? Now, second method we will take up. Weighted average profits method. Give the heading, weighted average method. Now be attentive. Weighted average method, only first step will change. Second step, Goodwill's formula will remain same. Meaning to say, how do we used to find simple arithmetic mean? Sigma x upon n. How do we used to find weighted mean? Sigma, not weighted index number, weighted mean last year. Sigma w x upon sigma w. So the first step will change. You'll say weighted. This was simple average. Weighted average profits will be equal to sigma means total.
Yes.
W means weighted. X means profits. Upon sigma means total. Weights means W. So be attentive. This was sigma x upon n. This is sigma w x upon sigma w. Able to understand this? This is the only difference. Weighted average profit we are finding as total weighted profits divided by total of weights. Now, how would we give the weights understand it? Suppose the profits were 60,000, 80,000, 1 lakh and 1,30,000. If you see the profits, they are increasing every year. So can I say when I find the average profit, this profit is more important? Because in future, as the trend is showing 60, 80, 130, in future it will be more than 130 only. Means when I find the average, should I give maximum importance to this profit or not?
Yes.
And minimum to this one? So how to assign the weights? Weights are to be given in such a manner that the recent year gets maximum importance, maximum weight, and the oldest year, earliest year gets minimum importance or minimum weight. Because we are doing a future projection of profit. So in future projection, your average should give more importance to the recent years and less importance to the earlier years. So you simply remember weights, you'll give 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. 4, is it the maximum or not?
Yes.
Means you are giving 16, 17 more importance. And 13 and 14 you are giving the minimum importance, which is 1. So for you people it's very simple. You'll simply remember how will you assign the weights? 1, 2,
4, 5.
Okay. Practically, why do we do it so? So that recent year gets more importance and earlier years get less importance. Any confusion with the point of weights?
No.
Second step remains exactly same. Right now, goodwill will be equal to weighted average profits. Instead of average profits now, weighted average profits into number of years purchase. One more thing you'll observe in my example. Why I am giving more importance to 16 to 17? Why am I giving more importance to 16, 17?
It has the highest value.
Because the profit is showing a trend. Like in the previous one, 60, 80, minus 20, 30. Here, none of the years is important because you don't know next year will be close to 30 or 60 or minus 20. The profit is increasing, decreasing, increasing, anything can happen in the next year. So in such a situation, it is not ideal to give weight as 4 because this profit is not important only. As the trend is showing, any year company has more profit, any year company has, means all the profits are equally important. But this shows that 130 is more important because the profits are increasing. Even if they are in reverse order. 130, 1 lakh, 80, 60. Then also 60 is more important. This shows that your profits are, means next year there will be less than 60. So 60 should be given more importance. So normally when do we give these weights? When either the profits show increasing trend or decreasing trend. Understood that? Write down as a note. If profits show increasing or decreasing trend, then weighted average method should be used. But keep in mind when nothing is mentioned. If they say simply average profits method, they don't mention simple or the word weighted, then you see the trend. If no trend is visible, use simple average method. If trend is visible, either increasing or decreasing, then you use weighted average method. Understood that? Look at question number 7. So again, one I am doing on the board, then one you'll try on your own. From the following information of Babulal and Kantilal's firm, determine the value of goodwill on the basis of underlying 3 years purchase. Yuvraj, be in there. Of last 5 years weighted, underline the word weighted, average profit. Clearly given to you weighted, then don't see the trend, you have to use weighted only. But even if the word weighted was not given, 40, 60, 75, 90, 120. Is it increasing or not? Yes. So even if the word weighted was not mentioned, then also we would have used which method? Weighted average method. Understood that portion, everyone? Here you will have 4 columns. That are years, profits, weights, and then weighted profits. Did you all write the years and profits? Yes. Raise your hand who is still writing it. Now, as I discussed with you, how will you give the weights? Simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Raise your hand who did not understand this. All are clear with it? Now, weighted profits means profits into weights. So 40,000 into 1, 40,000. Understood that? 60,000 into 2, 1,20,000. 75,000 into 3, 2,25,000. 90,000 into 4, 3,60,000. 1,20,000 into 5, 6 lakhs. 6, 9, 12, 13, 16, 14 lakh 45,000.
13 lakh.
45,000.
Is everyone clear with this? Raise your hand who is not clear with the calculation of weighted profits. See further, the formula is total weighted profits that we got 13,45,000 divided by total weights. So total of weights also is required, which is 50. 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 10 plus 5, 15. Any confusion in this? Now we will apply those two steps. So first write down weighted average profits is equal to total weighted profits divided by total weights. Any confusion in this? Did you all write this? What is total weighted profits? 13 lakh
45,000
45,000
upon 50.
divided by total weights 15.
89,600.
You round it off to 89,667. Anyone having any doubt up till here? Raise your hand who is still solving up till here. Now we will apply the formula. Therefore, goodwill is equal to weighted average profits multiplied by number of years purchase. Weighted average profits we got 89,667.
Into 3.
What is the number of years purchase given in the question? 3 years purchase.
2,69,001.
2,69,000 itself. It was actually 89,666.66.
7.
And if you round off that 89 don't round it off. 89.666 into 0.6666 until the end of calculators. Right, 89,666 point 6666666 multiplied by 3. Do you get 2,68,999.99999? So actual answer is 2,69,000. Understood that, everyone? Look at question 6. Be attentive. From the following information, find out weighted average profit. Only weighted average profit is asked. Goodwill is not asked. Only first step. Total weighted profits upon total weights. Look at the profits. 60 to 70 is increasing. 70 to 90 is increasing. 90 to 1,10,000 is increasing. Even if the word weighted was not given, we would have used weighted average. Good or no? Anyone else still solving it? Now be attentive. Super profits method. Understand the concepts and formulas. Today questions will take up tomorrow. But understand what is super profit first of all. Let us say that Krishna Abhishek's sir's birthday was there on Saturday. Let us say that she runs a cake shop, confectionery shop. Let us say that we all are confectionery shop owners. Okay? She is also a confectionery shop owner. Let us say the name is Softies, Cakes and Pastries. Let us say that Athawale also runs a cake shop, Bahubali Cakes and Pastries. Bahubali Cakes and Pastries, okay? Now, be attentive. If I say that, please silence, be attentive. If I say that Krishna earns a profit of 2 lakhs, Bahubali 15 lakhs. Athawale, who is earning more? Yes? Please silence. Yes? Bahubali means Athawale is earning more. Name of the shop is Bahubali, but the owner is Athawale. So now, it's wrong. It is wrong to conclude that Athawale is earning more until and unless you also know their investments. Suppose I add one more information to this, that Krishna invested 10 lakhs, Athawale invested 1 crore. Now if I ask you, who is earning more? Why? With only 10 lakhs investment, she is earning 2 lakhs. If she would have invested 1 crore, 10 times more, then profit would also have been 2 lakhs into 10, 20 lakhs. So, in reality, who is earning more? Krishna is earning. Let us say that every one of us runs the confectionery shop. Shivang has invested 5 crores. He gets 50 lakhs. Okay. Parik has invested 50,000. She earns 5,000. Darsh has invested 90 lakhs. He earns 9 lakhs. Everyone has invested the money. And all of us get 10% return only. But she is able to get 20% return. In fact, 15% return. Sorry. Shivang has invested 5 crores. He gets 75 lakhs. 50,000, 7,500. All have invested various money, but everyone get 15% return. From that point of view, Krishna should also be earning 10 lakhs, 15%, 1 lakh 50,000. Because everyone else is earning 15%. Everyone else is earning 15%. So she should also be earning 10 lakhs, 15%, 1 lakh 50,000 only. But she is earning 2 lakhs. How much more? That is called super profit. The profit which she is able to earn over and above the profits which other businesses get with the same level of investment. Means if all of us would have invested 10 lakhs, we would have earned only 1 lakh 50,000. But she is earning 2 lakhs. With the same level of investment, she is getting 50,000 more, which is called super profit. Would it be because of her goodwill also or not? So that also contributes to goodwill. Is everyone of you clear with this? So how do we find it, understand it? We'll be doing it in table form, which is slightly different from your textbooks. The steps are in a different order, but in such a way that directly you get the answer at the end. So how is it slightly different? Understand this. We will make 2 columns of amount. First step, we will find average profits. and will directly write it in outer column. Understand the presentation properly. How will you find the average profits? Will depend whether trend is visible or not. You'll use the formula of simple average profit if no trend is visible. You will use the formula of weighted average profits if trend is visible. So first step will find the average profits. Average profits means profits which your business is earning. That 1,50,000. Okay, sorry, 2 lakhs. Average profits means the profits which your business is earning, that 2 lakhs. You'll use the formula of simple average if no trend is visible, and you'll use the formula of weighted average if trend is visible. Second step, we will find investments. How do you find the investments? Like I said, 2 crores minus 80 lakhs. Our investments would be 1 crore 20 lakhs. So you'll find assets, inner column, minus liabilities, inner column. You will get investments which are called capital employed. Inner column everything. Only average profits you write in outer column. So how will you find capital employed? This same presentation will do in the solution. How will you find capital employed? Assets minus liabilities. That is your capital invested in the business. Third, expected rate of return will be given in the question. Expected rate of return will be, like I said, what is the expected rate of return which everyone else is earning? Everyone else was earning 15%. So expected rate of return is 15%. Fourth step, you will find expected profits. How will you find expected profits? These two will be multiplied. You will write it in the outer column. Okay, how will you find expected profits? Capital employed multiplied by expected rate of return. Like I said, what was Krishna's investment? 10 lakhs. What is the expected rate of return which everyone else is earning? 15%. So 10 lakhs into 15%, 1,50,000 is her expected profit. She should have earned 1,50,000. The difference, she is earning 2 lakhs minus she should have been earning. The difference of 50,000 is called super profits. How would you find it basically? Average profits which you are earning minus expected profits which you should be earning. So directly in this column you get super profits multiplied with number of years purchased. Means goodwill will be equal to super profits multiplied by number of years purchase. So in doing it in this columnar form, directly you get the answer of. Is everyone clear with it? In textbook what they are doing is, first they are doing step 2, 3 and 4. Then they are doing step 1. Then they are finding super profits. This order is very simple. First find average profits. Final answer expected profits, you minus it. Directly the difference you get is super profits. So follow this format. Are you all clear with this? Write it down in the formulas page. Questions on this we will take up tomorrow. Okay, illustration 1, 2, 3, 4 will be your homework. Show your positions.